Hey there, folks. Max and Mike here yet again. We've been spending the last few episodes talking about the farms that we visited last week in California. We went on quite a little farm trip. Paul Thurston of Laubacher Farm. Mike, you want to take this one away? You've known Paul for years.
Yeah, it's a very special visit for me because, as you mentioned, Paul is an icon of and a hero of mine as far as a farmer. He was one of the first onto the scene of that farm-to-table movement up in Northern California with Alice Waters and that group. And Paul really was instrumental in bringing that to Southern California. Of course, Bill McGrath right there alongside of as a mentor to Paul. And together they really were front and center of getting chefs onto at the farmers markets, getting this produce into the different restaurants, and to see Paul and the Laubacher family, which Paul is married into, thriving, and to see Paul bringing direct marketing, selling direct at farmers markets, selling direct through Farmivore right to our customers here in the Ventura County area was very special. So that was quite a moment for me to go out there and see visit with Paul and the
Yeah, it was fascinating to talk to, to the Laubacher brothers.
Yeah.
Both Laubacher brothers came out to the field to Paul's little 5-acre patch. And folks, you see the contrast between large-scale organic and small-scale organic.
family.
Paul has carved out 5 acres of Laubacher's fields, which I think add up to 1,600 acres total.
Yeah.
And he's selling direct to farmers markets, to chefs, to us, to other sales channels that he's set up. And, you see both sides of the organic coin there, and they're both important. Laubacher's selling organic cilantro to Chipotle.
Yeah.
And Paul is selling organic baby corn and squash to us.
Exactly. And the Laubacher brothers, Hank Sr. and Donnie, those are also big names in our area here, Farmivore's home farm, McGrath Family Farmers. To be able to meet those two and talk candidly with them about the struggles of farming and succession farming. And they have Hank Jr., who's already taken the reins, and how much he has grown their farm businesses was really interesting to hear as we're going through that process here at McGrath under Phil's mentorship of succession farming, what that's looking like for us. I loved hearing what it was like for them. And those guys, what did they tell us, Max? They said, we're not going anywhere. We're in it for the long haul as farmers.
They were. Yeah, they commented that they think most people don't want to work this hard. But Hank Jr. does, and I think his kids are going to want to as well. Clearly, yeah. Paul does, who's married into the family. I mean, it was similar to seeing Rancho La Familia with the mother and the sons, and even the divorced husband still working together. To see that the family working together like that is a true inspiration, and something that's becoming less common today, unfortunately. And I think people need to realize what a big deal farm succession is. That we've got, farmers are only 1 or 2% of the country, but we still have a lot of farmers growing a lot of food. Those farmers are aging, and a lot of them do not have a succession plan. You see here at McGrath, we've got the amazing situation we have with you and the other McGrath family farmers coming up behind Phil, and his son is even part of that. You see the Laubachers with Hank Jr., but that's not the story of every farmer, and that's something important that we're going to have to wake up to as a community and as a country.
Yeah, and I'll say something about the regenerative farming space, the smaller scale farmers that are coming up. As you and I both know, the barrier to entry into any kind of larger scale farming would almost be just something we could not overcome. And we started small. We believe in environmentally regenerative practices and healthy food and these kinds of things. And I think in this space, it's often the larger scale established growers, whether they're large scale commercial conventional or commercial organic, are often vilified in many ways. And they have so much information, so much experience, so much value that can be gleaned from them if we're a little bit open to dialogue with them and understanding. They didn't invent a lot of these farming systems. A lot of these farming systems were passed on to them, and they took what they received, and now we have new information about environmental impacts and all these things. But a lot of these systems are antiquated systems that they have taken and really modernized and made very successful with growing a lot of food, on covering a lot of ground. And I think if we can bridge that communication gap, I was so excited to meet the brothers and to be able to chat with them a little bit. And I think I really hope some of our younger farmers, our newer farmers, are willing to step out there and ask questions and engage with some of our more seasoned and senior farmers. They have so much value to give, and we just need folks that are there to receive it.
Definitely. I mean, I think a huge theme of Farmivore is just more conversations. We need organic, certified talking to non-certified. We need large-scale growers talking to small-scale growers. Yeah. We need consumers talking to farmers, farmers talking to farmers. We need to get together as a community and just be working on this together. And realistically, if we're going to regenerate, acres and acres of land and really move the farming scene from a more extractive type of agriculture to a regenerative one, it's going to be a collaboration between small and large growers all the way.
That's right. And the community behind the whole way there, supporting, eating local, and being a part of it as best as we all can.
Definitely. Absolutely essential. Well, that was a fun one. And folks, if you have any questions for Paul or the Laubachers, please send them our way. See you next time.